Hey, fantastic fans. Welcome to the Three Ladies Podcast. I am your host, Yo-Yo. Here we talk about views that really matter. Click the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell. Never miss the life hacks of making your heart's desires happen. Here with me now is my girl, Keisha.
Yes, and we are here to talk about life's roller coaster ride. We bring it with wisdom, honesty, belly laughs, and a hefty dose of truth. Where's my girl, MC?
Oh, yes, I'm right here. Grab your snack and your favorite drink. I know I've got mine. And get comfy, because we're going to rock it each week with adventures of making it happen. Yeah, so hit that bell. Subscribe so you don't miss one juicy minute. So join us here now at the Three Ladies Podcast.
Bow chicka bow bow. We are
right.
back. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Wonderful to see you all.
Right.
Yes. We didn't even talk about how was Valentine's Day.
Hot.
Yes.
Very hot.
Yes. Yeah.
Got
You
my flowers.
Yes.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
You better
Okay.
believe it.
And what did you do, Keisha?
I stayed in the bed and Netflix and chill. No, you know what?
Yes.
That's actually my perfect date, though.
Okay.
To be home. I don't want to
Right.
put on heels. I don't want to
Yes.
stand on lines.
All right.
Netflix and chill.
Okay.
Little wine.
All
There you
right.
go. Wine is
Yeah.
Maybe a brownie.
Oh, okay.
Have a nice day.
Yes.
What about you?
Yes.
What about you? What'd you do?
Like I said, I am the gift that keeps on giving.
Ow.
Ow. Ooh, ooh,
Oh,
ooh,
yeah?
Ooh, ooh, boom, boom. Rewind it back. Okay. So this episode, we're going to talk about financing our entrepreneurial journey.
Oh, yes. dear.
I don't know about you guys, but I spent a good change in trying to get the business taken off, editors, social media presence, filing, registering your name, and so forth. And people always ask me, like, how much does it cost for editor? Where'd you get the money? This and that.
Just the cover of the book.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And finding these people, it's another journey.
Well,
you
yes,
know,
definitely.
it's never, a one-stop shop. You get it all in one place.
But it's much easier now. There are
Yes.
sources out there, and you
Yes.
can look.
Mm-hmm.
Before
Yes.
digital media and everything,
Yes.
you were looking for like somebody in the yellow page.
Yeah. So Fiverr's been my good friend.
Oh, yes.
As far as finding,
too.
creatives and people to do my website, do the graphics.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, of course, word of mouth. But my biggest challenge has always been money.
Oh, yeah.
Finding the
Money
money
is
to
always
finance
yeah.
it. I
And
don't.
it's even more difficult now. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I have student loans, and having to
What's
start
Biden doing for you?
not much.
Still waiting for Biden.
Exactly.
Uncle
And
Biden.
so I have to start paying my student loan back. And so it's trying to find how can I budget, cut backs here, because you have to plan.
Right.
You can't just do things willy-nilly.
Right.
You have to plan. And for me, anything I do where I'm going to be out of the house, taping or doing anything, I have to get a dog sitter.
That's another expense.
I got to pay for the dog. Yeah.
So you're basically financing your own entrepreneurial journey.
With that, yes.
There's no
because,
sugar daddy. There's no
know,
inheritance.
I mean, there are some wonderful
Okay.
things.
I
that
thought she was
you
going to
can
say there are some sugar daddies, but
No, there are grants.
Right.
You can apply for a grant, like as a woman entrepreneur. You can go pitch your ideas as an entrepreneur at some of these pitch things. But it's not, those kind of have to be technology driven, like if you're making an app.
Right.
But if you're trying to get things as a woman, you can do things. And also, too, the season is really hot for Black business owners.
Okay.
In general, there's lots of opportunities, and we'll be sure to list those.
I'm about to
grants
say,
that are in the
give us the tea,
thing.
drop it in the chat.
I know they're out there.
Right.
There's a long list, and so I'll make sure that's in the.
And I was also told if you go to your local banks, like the smaller banks, not the big ones, and as long as you have your business plan and things set up properly, you have your LLC, you have your checking account or whatever, as long as you have things in order, they may fund you. I don't know how true it is, but because I didn't get that far, but
But that's the thing. And I think a lot of us entrepreneurs,
Oh,
like it took me a while just to figure out how to form a corporation.
Oh, yeah.
And making sure that I get the necessary things in place in order. So that's something that we should talk about in future
Yeah, we
episodes
should
about.
talk about LegalZoom is who I use.
Yeah.
And they're a little expensive.
Right.
And it is hard to figure out those things. Like
Right.
you have to have an address, a phone number, and all of those things. And
Right.
you do kind of want to keep it separate from your personal
You have to.
self.
You have to.
Because if not,
That's
you put
important.
yourself
Yes.
at risk.
Absolutely.
That's what I learned.
Uncle Sam don't play around when it comes to his money.
No, it doesn't.
He will come for it and then some.
Hello.
Right.
And I think it's not simple. And so I'm really, I have wonderful resources in that my family have done businesses all of my life. My
you're able to-
my grandparents, they ran their own businesses. I think your family had businesses too,
Yes,
right?
yes. My father owned a drugstore as well
wow.
as the legal drugstore. Okay.
No, I remember going to the store.
right. I remember going to your dad's store.
My
Right.
grandfather owned liquor stores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The legal one, right?
Yeah, the legal-
Okay.
legal liquor
Yes.
stores, yes.
And
Yes.
see, mine's is the opposite. My mom, she worked for herself. She had her own business, but
Right.
she was learning.
Oh.
So
Yes.
it was like
Yes.
from the bottom. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
my mom did that too
Yes.
for our family because we were so big and my dad's just a teacher. She took in children.
Right.
She sewed for people and she had a nursery.
Right.
There were 7 of us
Wow.
and 20 of those other kids.
Right.
So we see, as the more
ways.
we talk, the more we see that our entrepreneurial spirit is in us because
Oh, it
we
is.
see it
We saw
from our
it.
parents and
Yeah.
stuff. But like I was saying, the money part, because a lot of people do come to me and ask me like, well, how do you afford this and how do you afford that? And I must say that I do cut back on stuff, because I realize that if I want this dream to come alive and to live, I have to sacrifice certain things so I can have that happen.
Yep.
So how does that come into play with your husband? Like when you have someone, that you are handling the household bills with,
Right.
how do you handle like this money's gonna go over here and that's it?
Well, it's because he's also on his entrepreneurial journey too. So we both, it's a give and take, While I'm fueling mine, I have to also keep in mind that he's also fueling his. So not all the resources can go to all my dreams and not all his resources can go to his dreams. So it has to be a give and take. It's definitely communication and seeing, what can be done with the resources that we already have.
So do y'all have a budget meeting and talk about these things or is it just something that goes on the fly?
You know what? We should, and that's something that we.
I mean,
because now we have a college student, so we should.
I was watching Ramit Sethi.
Right.
So Ramit Sethi has this amazing "I Will Teach You to Be Rich." It's a Netflix special.
I think I saw
and
trailers
he
for
has
that.
some podcasting that he does where he talks to family or couples.
Right.
Oh yeah, I
who are
did see that.
struggling.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I tell you,
I like that.
and this is something we'll have to talk about because
Right.
he talks about what is your rich life, and it's more than just money.
Yes.
And it's like, how do you talk about money just to other people? And some people are very secretive.
Right.
They don't want to talk about the money.
Yes.
And some families, like I'll never forget, like
Right.
the husband didn't tell the wife that they were $500,000 in debt.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine?
And that's what you go back to about talking about hiding it.
Like I'll try to hide the stuff with, and I'll be like, no, everything's great. Everything's being handled.
But money is also an extension of yourself. They say
think?
that. No, I say that because my mom says it too, that money is a spirit. The way you treat it is the way it's going to treat you back. So in essence, what she's saying that if you're like a miser, cheap and stuff like that, you'll always find yourself always struggling to manage it because it easily come out of your hands.
So what if you spend it freely and you're like, life is short. I'm going to spend this money. I'm going to start my business. I don't care. Like, what is that?
Okay, so spending it freely, knowing that you have other responsibility is not being wise with the money.
So that's my problem.
Well, I won't say that's your problem. Let's get to it. But it is an extension of ourselves because we know people who are probably don't have money or whatever,
Yes.
but once they do get money, they are an extension of that money. So if you're an asshole when you're broke, you're gonna be an asshole with money.
Well, look at
if
the
you're
lottery
kind,
winners
yeah.
too. The lottery winners, some
Yeah.
people who don't know how to manage their money.
Yes.
They won the lottery and now in 2 years, 3 years, they're broke.
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes.
Those millions are gone.
Right. Because they're not managing it the way they're supposed to manage
What
it.
if you don't know how to manage it? You didn't learn. No one taught you.
That's
Like, how do you?
That's the key.
I mean, I watched Jaspreet Singh. I hope I'm saying his name right. He gives good advice on stocks and how to manage money. But if you only have a little bit, you still got to pay your bills. I still have to take it. Like, how do you start your business?
Small.
No, but what I think what Tisha's trying to say is also that I want to start a business. I want to start this, but I'm not sure where to begin. Right?
And you only have a little bit. You don't have the management sense to.
For me, it's about a budget. And I do love the Ramsey approach because he says if you take care of your 4 walls, your shelter, your food, what turns on the lighting, the gas.
Yes.
So if you've got your 4 walls covered, then you cover those.
Your necessities.
The necessity. Then what's left?
What's left?
What's left? And that's where you kind of figure out, okay, how much of what's left do I want to devote to doing something towards my business?
Right.
You know, like as we planned for this, I put my budget together and I said, ooh, okay, I can do this for the budget.
Right.
Yes.
And, you know, it wasn't a lot, but thank God what we're doing right now is, you know, not that expensive. But as we grow, it could become that.
Right.
So, you know, it is about trying to figure out, because I know what my 4 walls are.
Right.
And then maybe what's a little left over, I know how to kind of handle things. And so now I don't have money to go to my brunches so often.
But you know what I like that we do too? We try to do as much as we can
within the budget we have.
within the budget
Exactly.
that we have.
Even if it's editing or whatever you need to do. We try to keep it in-house.
Life does take a big part of what we, you know, showing up here is.
Right,
you know, we have families, we have jobs too.
Yep.
And we also have entrepreneurial goals that we're
working
Right.
9 to 5.
Yes,
Working
yes.
9 to 5.
Yes.
Yep, we are.
And then if there's a sugar daddy out there who wants to sponsor our
Who wants
dreams.
a whole family?
We're definitely
Who wants a whole family because it does come with the husband.
Sponsors.
We,
here.
drop it in the chat, or you know, you can email us separately.
Right. We can work
Yo,
something out.
Keisha Mary.
Yeah.
It comes with 3 of us though.
It's a 3 packet.
It's a 3 package.
But we'll
deal.
work
And we're
something out.
very entertaining.
Yeah.
Right. But show me the money.
That's the reason why people have side hustles, right?
Correct.
So they can feed into their entrepreneurial journey. So, you know, I'm not, and I've heard people say this, you know, I did Uber, you know, just to get this taken care of. I babysat or I braid hair.
Yep.
Yes,
You know,
that's true.
I delivered
whatever.
food.
Exactly.
You know, I did a
I
little side
volunteered or I bartered something.
And sometimes I do these consultancies so that I can get a little extra money.
Yes.
I'm working double shifts.
Yes, double
Exactly.
shifts, exactly.
And like you said, cutting back on going out,
Yeah,
going
cutting back.
shoe shopping.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Not ordering.
Exactly.
Not ordering food.
Not ordering food when it's so expensive.
right?
Yeah.
For food now is like
That's
going
something.
out, you drop 2 beans right off the back.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
it used to be easy to order something or get a good, decent meal. And
Right.
now you're spending almost $50
Yes.
Off the top.
off the top.
Yes.
Yeah. For a delivery. It's like,
And then
what?
they charge
And
you
they
these
want a
fees.
tip.
No, they including the tip automatically, and then there's a service fee. Okay, so how else was I gonna get my food? Why are you getting 18% for bringing my food to the table? I'm sorry to get off topics, family, but let's talk about this. Why am I paying 18% on a tab just for you to bring my food to the table?
What are we
You
doing?
didn't do nothing special. I didn't see a show. I didn't get a flash.
I need you to start
I didn't get-
dancing.
right? I need you to start chuckling and moving.
But this is
when
the
you drop my food on the table.
Look at what happens on Amazon. It's
Right.
the convenience. So people will put things on Amazon that cost $40 and $50.
Right.
You could go to the dollar store and get it for $2 or $3. Yet you put it on Amazon and you're charging $20 and $30
Because it's being delivered right to
because
your
it's
house.
coming to you for convenience.
Right.
This is the convenience
Era.
time. It really
And
is.
I must say, I love Amazon.
I do too.
Because if you order, you know you're going to get it within the next 2 to 3 days.
Exactly. And you
You
can
can get
turn it
anything
back.
from Amazon. Remember when Amazon was selling cars?
No.
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
They were selling cars. I don't know what happened to it. I wouldn't be surprised. You Google right now, put Amazon and say Big Daddy. You're going to see a black dude. This picture. He's going to be like this. And I'm going to put it in my cart. I need me a big daddy.
Are you serious?
Yes,
I need a big daddy.
right? Everything is on Amazon. You get kitchen sinks, a fridge,
true.
cars, computers.
That's true.
So it's
Yeah.
the truth. It is about convenience.
Convenience.
Yes.
And that's why podcasting is become a big thing, because
Right.
now you can have a camera, a microphone, and you've got
A
your
big
podcast.
voice, and that's
Right.
it.
That's it.
Right.
You don't need a whole bunch of
Yeah.
rigmaroles.
And you don't need a whole, I was going to say degree, but that has
Right.
nothing to do with finance,
I
right?
think, like Yo-Yo always says, is that everybody does have a story.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is what's compelling, is that it's important nowadays, and I don't know why this is becoming a deal, that you become a brand as a person, that your persona, as we get into this AI and all the things, jobs are going to change, life is going to change.
happening.
And so what makes us uniquely human is
It's our individuality.
Exactly. And our
Right.
creativity.
Yes.
And our different ways of thinking.
Right.
All of the things that make us uniquely who we are.
Right.
So if we can somehow make that our brand,
Yes.
and we let people know what that is, it becomes a commodity.
a
It can become
commodity,
something
yes.
that can be bought and sold.
And we could fund something
Our
else.
entrepreneurial
right?
journey.
So
Yes.
what are your takeaways as far as how
How to finance an entrepreneurial
finance
journey.
your entrepreneurial journey?
Well, I think for me, the takeaway is to have someone in your corner, which I'm so happy. My sister helps me with my taxes. And also for the first time, I'm paying a 1099 person for my business. She's going to help me with that. So, I think to have a trusted person you can turn to for
Absolutely.
advice and guidance, who's been doing business, or at least some resource
Right.
that's available, I think
Yes.
that's really key.
Okay.
And you mentioned something, having a trusted person who you
Yes,
can turn
that's
to about
very important.
finances, because a lot of people are not honest with their finances.
Well, it's hard.
Yes, it is hard, but you need somebody who you can trust and say that, you know what, I'm in a negative again.
Exactly.
And I don't, and I ain't got it. You
And
know?
again.
And again. And again. So for me, I like to talk to my mom. I mean,
wonderful.
she's my rock and my structure, and I like when every time I have a business idea or anything, she never like go, oh, that doesn't make. She said, well, how much money do you think we can make? She's always like,
She's
how
ready
much
to
money?
go.
Yeah, she's ready
I
to
love
go.
it.
She's like, I like the idea. How much money do you think we're gonna make?
Right.
So she's my influence and my rock.
person that
Yes,
you
Wonderful.
definitely. But as far as funding or takeaways for funding journey, be creative.
Exactly.
I'm not saying go have a fans only page, but do
There's
what you gotta
nothing wrong
do.
with that.
I'm not saying do it.
Well,
No, it doesn't have
but-
to be nothing bad. Like I heard people do fans only page with their feet. Like you can just use your feet. Yeah.
Sign up for one
Okay.
right now.
Like no. Like show like feet.
Hands, right?
well,
Is fetish.
I don't know.
feet
I think
fetish.
you have to feel like what you're comfortable with to make money. I think
That's what I'm
if
saying.
you feel ethically okay to show
Right.
your feet for whatever reason,
I'm showing it at work. Yeah.
show it away.
Right.
He said if that's what you want
That's
to
what
Right.
you want to do.
Yes.
I'm all for it. I'm not going to be someone
Right.
who judges
do.
you.
Why are your feet on?
I'm sure there's a fans only page for shoes. I can do a
might
fans
be.
only page
You
for shoes.
can. They have some people just cooking on there. Like people right away think it's something
Right.
sexual.
Well,
Yes.
yeah,
It doesn't
because
have
there's
to
this
be.
Pictures
Yeah.
of butts everywhere.
Right,
I
this
haven't been
thing.
on. I
Let's
don't know.
face it.
I don't even know how to get on OnlyFans.
But
I
once
think
again, the sugar daddies out there want to fund our dreams.
Amazon, sugar daddy.
But without expectations.
Right.
Right, you're not getting nothing. You just
You getting a family. That's what you're getting.
right,
Getting
right.
entertainment.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Very
Don't
good.
get twisted. It ain't bow chicka bow bow. No.
So, next week,
What
What's your takeaway?
My takeaway is what we're doing, cutting costs wherever you can.
yes.
So I like that you will say, okay, I'm going to do this. And then you say, I'm going to do that.
Right.
Like, we find a way to figure
Yes.
it out. So cutting costs, that's my takeaway.
Right, right.
Perfect.
Cutting the costs wherever
Yes.
you can.
So I'm going to look at you and say, how can I cut this cost, girl?
Yes.
Do not
Or make your money work for you.
Yes.
Right.
Make your money work for you.
Make my money
Yes.
work for me.
Okay.
All right. So next week, girl.
Next week.
Next week again, another take.
Bow
can't
chicka bow
wait.
bow.
Bow chicka bow bow.
This is fun. I love
I
this.
love it too.
Thank you for tuning in. Hope you found some value in this episode.
What actions are you taking next week? Leave it in the comments.
See you next time at the Three Ladies Podcast. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.